Okay, this video is not going to be a rant. Let's talk about anger and how we deal with it. Really, it's just the way we deal with any emotion. Um, Again, Michael Singer, I get most of my things from him at this point. But I want to point out to you that you are not angry when you're angry. You are not angry. You are the one experiencing the anger. You are the one feeling the anger. But anger is not you. You do not have to be taken away by it, right? And it's pointless to try and change it because anger is anger. You're not going to calm it down because that's its nature, right? You have you have your choice to what you pay attention to, right? You have your choice about, number one, how you think about things. That changes what emotions you're going to experience. But let's say you're feeling anger. Uh, you need to be aware that that's not you. You are the consciousness, right? You're the consciousness inside of you, inside of your body. You're the consciousness that is associated with that body that you're in right now. And that body that you're in right now has a mind and has thoughts, has a heart, has emotions. Energy flows through you, energy gets stuck. And the only way to live a more peaceful life is to recognize that and be willing to observe the feelings that are going through you and not act upon them. And if it's anger with another person, like let's say you're talking to someone and they're making you angry, notice that early. Don't let that build up and come out, right? This is what I'm preparing myself for difficult conversations that I know will make me angry, as far as the climate change thing is concerned. So let's practice not greetings. Um, let's practice not allowing anger to carry us away and not to waste useless, like precious energy, not to waste precious energy in trying to change it because it's just going to be there. You're not going to change it. What you can do is not pay attention to it. Allow it to be. Lean away as much. You feel it. You feel the anger's not going to relax. You're going to relax. You're not going to want to do it. You're not going to want to do it. But when you feel the feeling, deep breath. For me, like my stomach is actually hurting right now from the anger that I'm feeling and the fear. But the anger is like causing like a stabby feeling in the pit of my stomach, and the fear is causing a nauseous feeling in the pit of my stomach. But that's all energy that is getting stuck, right? In order for an emotion to go, an emotion that comes that you don't want, you want it to go. If you push it away, that's just a version of holding on to it. What you need to allow to happen is because it's an energy, right? You need to allow that energy to pass through you, which means you have to feel it. And it's uncomfortable. But I'm going to tell you a secret here that I've learned recently. The feelings that accompany trying to get rid of a negative feeling, much worse than the actual feeling. I mean, added onto the feeling. Because you have, that's like, I'll just tell you, like, there is lots of clenching going on in my stomach right now. Lots of like involuntary intestinal movement. And it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. Thank you. How do you say, I don't know how to say you say Anel? I hope I've got that correctly. Um, like it goes right to my it goes right to my stomach, and it causes problems. Um, so what I'm doing is I am noticing that. I'm noticing that there's lots of clenching, lots of issues happening, and you know what? They're gonna happen. They're gonna happen. So the thing that I can do about it the only thing I can do about it if I want to handle this in a healthy way and get past it so I can actually do something about it. Breathe and relax. Breathe and relax. So that's my general anger approach. And I'll keep you updated on any conversations I have with people, because that's another one, right? Like when you're having a conversation with people and you're getting angry, it doesn't happen all at once, right? Like it doesn't go from peace and calm, goodwill directly to anger and violence, right? There's steps in between there. And this is something Michael Singer points out. When you feel the first step, if you can, if you're like an angry person who doesn't handle anger well, the best thing to do at the beginning, to practice, is to walk away. Just, excuse me, I'm gonna go. Like I know I'm about to do something that's completely not useful, that was actually counterproductive, so I'm gonna remove myself, right? That's one way to do it. Another way, which is what I'm gonna be doing, is like feel the feeling, feel the first step, right? And even if it looks weird the first several times I do it, we're to practice, right? We don't sit down at a piano and know how to play a piano. Um, you don't just know stuff if you don't know it, right? I mean that's an issue I've dealt with all my whole life. It's like if you don't know stuff, then you don't know it, so you got to practice. And for me, it's always been like, well, I pick things up really easily usually, so if I don't get something right away, I get frustrated and I walk away from it, thinking that somehow I should know it, even though I don't know it. So it's a bizarre, weird thought conundrum that I am working on in my own psyche. But this is something important. I have not been able to handle my anger in a healthy way for a long time. So this is an opportunity to grow as an emotional and spiritual being. So what I'm going to do is when I'm talking to someone and I start getting angry, even if it looks weird, I am going to stop. I'm going to breathe deeply and then clench everything that is clenched. Even if it takes a second, even if they're like, what are you doing? Because you know what? That's their problem. And then when I have acknowledged the anger, unclenched, relaxed, and release as much as possible, the anger's still probably going to be there. I'll allow it. You can be there, anger. You hang out, pull up a chair, have a smoothie, right? Just hang out all you want. I'm just not going to be paying attention to you. So then you go on from there, right? And every time it comes up, oh God, anger. I don't like it. But it doesn't matter that I don't like it. And the way I'm going with this, eventually, the goal, no, not the goal, the journey. The journey is to kind of, in a way, enjoy the anger, enjoy what we consider negative feelings, right? Because it's all a part of life. Michael Singer talks about emotions as being sort of the background music of life, otherwise. So the stronger the emotion you have, it is reasoned, the better off you are. Even if it's quote unquote negative, because you are actually taking part in a deeper part with more expansive range of the human experience. So anger is a thing to be grateful for. Hey, I'm feeling angry. I'm feeling righteous indignation. Okay, that's a feeling that's pretty familiar to me. That one's something I need. We'll see. I don't have as big a problem with righteous indignation when I'm right? So yeah, so the issue is how you deal with it, right? You don't want to, especially if you're trying to educate people on something that's important to you. Sorry, there's like just sawing and stuff going on. You don't want to. You want to be as calm as possible. because the other person's probably going to be upset. And you want to be able to listen to listen to their oh, that's going to be a woodpecker in a second. Listen to their grievances, right? Listen to what their issues are, and present the facts or whatever the situation is, like whatever counter that you can to them in a calm way that respects them. Because otherwise, they're going to walk away. They're going to get all defensive. They're going to listen to their anger because they think they are their anger, which they're not, but they think they are. So we want to approach people as calmly as possible. And, because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm calm and someone else is flipping out at me or something, not that that happens that often, but when someone is flipping out at me, it the way I'm able to calm myself, and maybe this is a little, but is like the more they flip out, the better I am as a person, and and the more the crazy they actually look, if I can keep it together. So I'm going to keep it together and smile because they look even crazier. And you know what? Like if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Um, but I'm hoping, not hoping, I am working on converting that into actually being peaceful and calm and respectful of the other person. um, and that has to do with compassion and understanding. That's a whole different video. So that's all I'm saying. Anger, I don't know if you found. So that's what I have to say today. And I am grateful, as always, for the anger, as it is an opportunity to grow spiritually and emotionally, get stronger, and talk to you guys about it. And hopefully, someone out there may benefit from it in some way. So remember, you can't always choose to have a grateful day.